Welcome back. We are here to check in with the karmic third party. Now, this does look to be, as we are transitioning through November, moving out of 2024, things are becoming more intense. It does appear to be that the karmic third party this week is really up in the head to do with some circumstances. They also might be seeking guidance from maybe a spiritual guru, it could be a tarot reading, or it could be somebody of faith to give them some courage. But I do particularly feel that these individuals are looking for guidance, and they may be struggling with circumstances at this point in time. They could be in their ego to do with the situation. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. I feel this individual might be having an intuitive download towards the connection. And sometimes it's quite challenging. It's like our instincts may tell us that something is off or something is up. But again, when we are channeling, when we are viewing things, when the third eye is kind of intercepted by ego or exhaustion, sometimes we find that channeled energy can be very difficult. And all of us do directly have that foresight. And especially we can see from the past position, there could be somebody in their family that's quite intuitive in nature, and they could be going to see this person to give them a bit of guidance. But again, I do feel that with this, they're really going through a big transformation as they are reviewing the past. So I do feel that they're visiting somebody. This feels like a professional, as I mentioned, it feels like a tarot reader. And I feel they're trying to get some clarity. They might have already had downloads about it, but where they're at this point in time, they're kind of like, okay, I've been to this person before. Do I go back and see them? I feel they're going. I feel they're having some instincts. I also feel that somehow they feel they've attracted these circumstances into their life, and they may already know the reasons why this has been so. It could have been in the fashion that this connection came about, could have been the attitude they went into it with, but I do directly feel as though they are aware of it. They're also sensing that the person they're involved with at this point in time is quite guarded, and they are transforming themselves, and they're quite protective and private at this point in time. And it is triggering a little bit of PTSD from potentially a previous connection. This person's quite courageous at this point in time, and it is triggering the karmic third party. Some also may be tapping into more the darker realms. This can be scrying, especially from the crowning energy, and utilizing their own gifts in a very different way. Now, could we say malefic? Possibly, especially with the previous moon being Scorpio. It could have been for more evil intents to spy. And although they're being challenged to actually understand, yeah, it's like they have a choice here. This is a spiritual test. They have a choice to do things that are quite positive or do things that are quite negative, but it is going to have a karmic backlash. A question was asked to me the other day, and that was to do with more the darker energy of elements, especially where it comes to black magic. And the thing is, whatever you put out there, it comes back tenfold. So we have all these energy cards moving forward here. And for me, it's really showing, both showing someone else. Yeah, are they using it for ill or for positive? And it feels ill at this point in time. Trying to maybe prevent this individual from moving away. They're getting, oh God, okay, all I'll say, I'm not going into it too much, especially with the outcome card. It feels dark, okay? This could be a particular group of them. It doesn't have to be that every single karmic on the planet is like this, but for a pocket group, there could be a bit of black magic going on. We're going to go into clarifying to see the reasons why maybe this person is really frustrated. Okay, what is going on? What are they concerned about? Linking to this week's energy moving forward, please. Yeah, they've got some apprehension. They've got some fears. They've got some triggers that are coming up. Okay, how are they seeing counterpart, please? Yeah, very busy, very detached. Okay, who's this person? For those that are directly going to an individual, okay, what comes about through this connection? Okay, a bit of advice, and I feel the advice is not negative. I feel this person is actually guiding them in a correct way, but actually warning them. But I don't feel they're actually listening to the warning. Yeah, I feel that they're not listening to the warning. Okay, they have been told, it has gone to heart, but their heart chakra is actually saying that this is something that I want. And they're really not taking into account if they're going down that rabbit hole. You know, be it's something as simple as having a revelation that a person is in love with you, but still wanting to remain with that person. Or it is something of a more malefic nature. For some, they have come into some information. This information might have come from the horse's mouth. This could be having a deep conversation with counterpart, and counterpart directly explaining how they're feeling, potentially towards their future and who they love. Okay, we do have the separation card here. We have a marriage. We have a connection of some description that is being dissolved. And they are more courageous with this. Okay, for some, it might have been some time ago that maybe an ancestor had transcended over an anniversary date of such. Could be cropping up. I also feel an ancestor on the other side aiding this person to make this choice to move away from the karma. This individual is actually losing hope now. There are some things that are dissolving. They may be wanting to drag this out till Christmas. The person who's involved in them is very frustrated, not really wanting to prolong this any further, really looking at it from a different perspective. I feel they're still biding their time. They're still tuning into it. They're hoping, yet again, something will change. There could be, again, I just keep hearing the evil eye. This could be a good time to really protect yourselves, especially if there's the evil eye kind of floating about. Because this person is really, really hopeful that the joint connection will not be successful. Yeah, very, very hopeful. Animal power. This is interesting because I was talking about black magic. I hope not. Okay, there could be a bit of, like I said, I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to tune into it any further. Definitely will smudge myself after. Not that I feel anyone directly is in danger, but this person, they really do feel something's out of their hands. They really do feel as though the power of where their life is going, that it's very unfair, that it's very unjust, and they're wanting to have their life the way it is. They're wanting to have their life with this person. And it does feel as though these two individuals here on the table are very, very different now, have very, very much evolved. And the vibration isn't matching point blank. It is causing a lot of angst within it. But the karmic third party almost feels like a total stranger to counterpart energy. It's more the memory they're fighting for than the physical connection. The other individual involved in this circumstance is really protecting themselves and really having a lot more courage and healing inside of their own victory story. And it does not, on this occasion, include the karmic. It feels as though they're being very protective. They're willing to fight for love. They're willing to fight for life. And yes, they are going to become quite traditional, but this is something that's been blocking them, is the fact that maybe they felt bound by tradition, even if the other individual involved with them wasn't acting traditionally. So we will wrap this up, but I do feel this individual is feeling quite tumultuous with this. And it does feel like a karmic end. I feel it's really here. I feel there is a wrap up of this. For some reason, they're pointing out Thanksgiving and Christmas. Again, I'm hearing the term icy cold reception, and definitely a shift within that dynamic. But it's almost like I picture a carpet coming out under the person and something being quite shocking. We will check in with this energy next week. Feel free to drop us a PM if you hear anything through the grapevine and this directly relates to your storyline. Otherwise, if you do want the next edition, you can join our YouTube membership and we'll see you on the other side.